What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Dollars and Dreams. And man, I got a special guest. This guest just came in, and you guys are going to start seeing him a lot more often because we're going to start doing business with Deuce's World, man.
100%.
Deuce, did I just put you on the spot, man? Just telling you that you're going to be our client, man.
Nah, I'm always game time. I'm always game time.
Man. That's awesome, man. The first time I met you, man, I think, there was this positive energy, man.
I agree.
I don't know what it was, but it was an interesting encounter. We got to give a shout out to Alex. It's not that he's always connecting people and stuff like that.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
man. But, Deuce does so many things, and we're going to kind of get into the conversation of what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And huge network.
Yeah.
I mean, he works behind the scenes.
Yeah.
You don't see you that much on Instagram,
No.
right? But you work behind the scenes. So tell me a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, entrepreneur stuff started about 2014. I think I started. Before that, I actually played ball, did the whole nine, playing football, did all that.
Oh, so
stuff.
you play football?
Yeah, I played ball.
Okay. What did you play?
Yeah, corner and free safety.
Damn.
Yeah, I went to USC. Trojan.
Okay.
Yeah, so played ball, did all that stuff. Got out of college and, got my degree in criminal justice, started, I did that maybe 6 months. That didn't really
was it for you? Yeah.
One for me. So, fast forward to 2014, I got in the sneaker business.
Oh, okay.
So my first step of being an entrepreneur was selling sneakers. So started off selling sneakers. That went well.
Which is a big industry, right?
Well, yeah, at the time, I was one of the first guys, like on Instagram, that was really, really doing it.
Wow.
Right. Now it's over.
You got
crazy.
DJ Khaled, you got Fat Joe. They're kind of.
But when I started doing the resale thing, then I had a good friend of mine that I went to college with. His name was Cody Hopkins. So Cody would tell me, listen, man, I know you're big into shoes. I know you don't want to work. Working is not for you. You should get into the shoe business. I'm like, let me think about it. Fast forward maybe 2 weeks later, he calls me again. What are you thinking? I'm at Nike. I can give you an account. We can get this thing rocking and rolling. I said, oh, okay. So send me down the package. Let me see what I can do with it. Got a few pair of shoes. Knew a few guys that played in the league at the time that made it to the league that I played with, friends and stuff like that. Reached out to them. Look, I got these shoes. I'm going to send you this care package. I don't want nothing for the shoes. I want you to repost it so I can start getting a little traffic. I just developed this company page on Instagram. I want you guys to repost it, see if I can get some traction from it. Guys started reposting it, kind of got a little buzz, and went from there, man. I remember my first big sale, had one player buy like 13 pair of shoes at one time, crazy rare shoes. And then, that transaction made me, I think, 15,000, maybe 15, 16 grand.
Ooh.
I said, yeah, man,
that's
it's not
nice.
working for me, right?
Yeah.
I started selling sneakers. And from there, I really was, my traction was mostly athletes, entertainers, and all of that. So, selling these guys shoes and, led to having some great relationships. I developed some great relationships in the sneaker industry. So I wound up meeting, which is now like my brother, Landon, through that. He was at Alabama and stuff like that. I was selling him sneakers. He made it to the NFL, and then me and him, develop a real good relationship. We practically like brothers. So, and that's my business partner to this day. So, that started from that. That was the beginning, and now we're here.
It's kind of rough, man, when you start a business with somebody, right? There's always those, you got the pros and cons, but it seems 100%. Like you made it work, right? How do you make it work, man, when you're working with somebody that's completely different from you?
Yeah. Well, our relationship is he allowed me to be me. Right. He know what he's good at. He know what I'm great at.
Super important.
I'm not saying he's not the visionary, but I'm kind of like the visionary.
Gotcha. And I think he understands that.
And you understand that. He's fine with that. And he supported me 110%. So we done did a lot of deals together, made a lot of money together. So that's our working relationship. We don't step on each other's toes. He knows he does what he do, I do what I do, and that's that. But at the end of the day, we family.
That's dope, man.
More than anything, we are family.
Yeah,
that's my brother.
That's dope, man. And I think, you know, keeping that clear, like each person's role in a 100%. Business, I think that's very important, because sometimes 100%. you want someone to do something that's not who they are.
That's not who they are, no.
Right? So you have him doing something that he's good at, and vice versa. He has you doing something that he can't do.
Right.
So I think a lot of businesses fail. I think a lot of partnerships fail because I guess they want the person to do the same thing, and it doesn't work that way.
Don't work like that.
Yeah,
no,
man.
Don't work like that. Nah, but him, he allows me to do my thing, man. So fast forward, he playing with New York Giants and stuff, and me and him, you know, really got a lot more closer once he got into the league, and, you know, he was doing his thing. I would go up and watch him play. And, you know, then we start branching off. He gave me different other business ideas. I was giving him ideas. And then we start branching off, doing other things together.
That's awesome. Now, Deuce's World. Now, where did that come from, man? Deuce World, man. Where did that come from?
It's me.
It's you, man.
You know what I mean? Deuce World is me, man. You know what I mean? So we created clothing brand behind it. We build cars behind it, real estate behind it.
Wow.
We do everything, man. You know, Deuce World Group is that's pretty much the enterprise.
That's dope, man. That's dope. See, so you got different businesses going on.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how that works, because you said you're in the entertainment business. Well, so for a lot of people that don't understand that, how does that work?
Well, my business model is simple. If I can't touch it, I don't want to invest in it.
Oh, I like that. We had that conversation. I like that. I was thinking about that.
If I can't touch it, put my hands on it, I don't really want to invest in it. I don't really give it too much time. But for me, how I got it going, well, we got in the car thing in 2021. We got into that 2 years ago. Go over London, see these guys, soccer players, and over there, they call them V classes, these vans, ultra souped up vans. And I'm like, man, what is this? Fast forward, come home. I got a friend of mine, a guy named Matt, own MVP, luxury car rental company. We checking on Instagram. He sees these vans again. Yeah, on a page. Actually, he's seen it on this guy RD's page, Instagram page. Wires Only, that's his name. Wires Only. So, seeing these vans, I said, man, what are those vans? I just seen those vans overseas. Man, these things are, you know, this guy RD's is promoting them. It looked like they're going crazy. It looked like they're getting some traction. I said, man, it'd be crazy if we can start building those, right? So we scrambled, looked for a fabricator, found somebody who do some nice fabrication. Then I had some really good ideas what I wanted to do with them. And we start creating these vans, man, where they're Mercedes vans converted into a Maybach. So we done sold some to Fabulous and Kodak Black and Jake Harlow. And
so how long has that been, that business?
It's been amazing. Amazing.
That's dope,
I can't tell you the profit share, but it's been amazing.
No numbers here, people. No numbers here.
It's been amazing.
Yeah. So how long have you been with that business, though? When did you start?
A year and a half, almost 2 years now.
A year and a half, and that's already picking up steam already.
No, it's amazing.
Is there a possibility for a podcast studio in one of those vans?
Oh, 100%.
Wow.
100%. It's pretty much an office on wheels.
That's
like,
awesome, man.
You know what I mean? Entertainment on wheels. Like, you got everything you need is in there. Refrigerator, you know what I mean? Tray tables, whatever you need, it's there.
Damn.
Yeah.
You guys got to check it out, man. I think there's going to be, is there somewhere that they can look for these?
Yeah, you go on my Instagram.
Instagram
World Group. Okay. They're on there, for sure.
Because for sure people are going to want to see that.
Yeah, for
details
sure.
of that.
For sure.
But I think that's super dope, man. But there's something else that you're into. So you have the cars going. You have, I think, the real estate as well. Business. So how does that going? How's the
short-term rentals? Right now, it's kind of slow. The market's been slow, more with economy, and then I think the tourism rate has been a little down here right now. So been a little slow, but I think that'll pick up soon. I think that'll get back where it need to be. If not, the market's still good, sell.
That's awesome.
So, you know what I mean? The market's still high, so, sell. We'll figure that out.
I love the energy that you have because it's, and we had a conversation before this, not even on the podcast, but we're going to go into this, but it's how you do business. And something that I talk a lot with Alex is the psychology, right? So you're really not moved emotionally when it comes to business. You're like, okay, if this doesn't make sense right now and it's not being profitable, I'm going to sell it. For some people, it's like, this is my business and I'm going to die with this business.
I'm not emotionally attached to anything.
Right.
I'm just not.
Where does that come from?
It's just in me, I guess, man. I'm not emotionally attached to anything. Like, if it make money, it makes sense. But once it stop making sense, it's time to let it go.
That's dope.
Move on to the next. So, and my business model is real simple. I use like baseball analogy, right? Something simple that everybody can be able to understand. I'm not trying to hit no home runs. I'm not the home run guy. Home run guy is amazing though. That's the guy that everybody want to see. He's on the ticket stubs.
Right.
He's the guy you come to the ballpark for. Understandable, no problem with that. I'm that base hit guy. I'm that guy that lead the league in base hits, singles, doubles, RBIs. I'm always gonna be on base. That's how I approach business. Looking for no home runs. If it's a home run, I'm probably gonna stay away from it.
Yeah.
But I like the singles, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like those base hits because I'm always in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, no highs, no lows. I like to be, there. You know what I mean? Slow and steady. I like that.
That's awesome, man. Has your life always been that way? In other words, you talked about how you got into business and you went to school and everything, but has that always been something that, growing up as a little kid, you're just like, I went through some hardships, so I'm going to make sure that I don't go through that. What was your story? Like, where do you think that came from, that drive?
Drive definitely came from upbringing. I mean, I grew up here in Miami. I grew up in the inner city. You know what I mean? Grew up in the projects. House of 5 kids. Mama had 5 kids and had me when she was 15. So first one to go to college, first person, to make it to be successful within my family, so within my household. So I think the drive and the motivation came from early on, right?
Right.
I was already there, right? And I think anybody coming from those situations, the hustler is in you. Just got to figure out how to bring it out.
Right.
But it's there, right? The motivation is there, right? The motivation is there. Like, lights off. That's motivation, my brother. Coming home and mama got candles lit. I know I ain't got to flick the switch. The lights are off.
Wow. Yeah. Because I ask these questions because, a lot of people, when they see the success you have, right? They see the car you're driving. They see the clothes that you're wearing. They see the watch. They see this. They see that.
Yeah.
They don't realize that there was a beginning to all that. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just given to you. Because sometimes people want to make excuses and say, this is the life that has been given to me.
Right.
And this is what it is.
Right.
But the reality is, if you can figure it out, get out of that situation, so you don't have to deal with that. So it doesn't have to be your story.
I agree with that. I'm with you.
Yeah, man.
I'm with you 110%, man.
That's dope, man.
I'm with you 110%.
And you're always, every time you're answering these questions, you're always smiling, man. And I think it's like you're always positive, bro.
Man, it's amazing thing. First of all, I pay some good money for these things. So I better smile.
Souvenirs, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
I
man.
better smile, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And so now let's go into you got the housing and now
the
yachts.
Yeah. I think I'm the king in that space.
Oh, man. Tell me a little bit about
other spaces, I'm doing very well. I'm the king in that space, though.
That's awesome, man.
The yachting is very simple. How we got started in that. We started tracking stuff from real estate, from short-term rentals, guys. People coming down want to get on boats, and we started doing the numbers and seeing how so many tenants was, visitors and stuff like that wanting to get on yachts when they come to Miami. So it's a no-brainer. 2021, we jumped out and bought our first yacht, and we pretty much paid it off within the first year, man. First year returns, and I remember started off with that. The broker at the time that I had, he's still broker now, good friend, Sydney.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah, Dennison. He's over at Dennison. He was telling me at the time, man, I don't think this would be the right boat for you, the boats I was looking at. And he very experienced guy. I'm taking that away from him. He's very experienced. And he was telling me, you should look more into, the American mades and the more branded boats here in Miami,
Right.
like Aspen, Sunseekers, things of that nature. And I was telling him, I don't want none of those boats. He's like, why? Everybody want these boats. I don't. Why don't you want them? Because everybody got them. I said, I was on the other side of it, being a consumer, where the club promoter, whoever, the broker would send me boats to get on with my friends and athletes and stuff, and it's all the same boats, man.
Same thing, yeah.
They just got different prices on them, but they look the same. So I said, I want to go something totally different. He said, okay, well, what about the resale value? I'm not trying to sell it. I'm trying to make money with it. I'm not trying to sell it.
Yeah, whole different,
So which
whole
now
different
I
mindset.
understand why he was saying about reselling, because then he was basically trying to say, more now, then you're going to fail.
Right.
And then I'm going to be here to resell it for you. So I'm going to be able to sell it to you twice. I resell it for you and then sell it to you and then sell it for you. So I'll be able to make money off the boat twice, right? So, I want to find this boat, this Absolute, man, and it was amazing. First year I paid, I think we got it for $680. First year we made $595.
That's unheard of. I don't think.
First year. It averages out 25 charges a month.
Is that even normal to even make that much in that first year?
No.
Starting a business?
No. Well, at that time, we still was
somewhat paying off the investment.
So we were still with someone in the pandemic too. So a lot of people was making money during that time. So I'm not going to say we was the only one making money. A lot of people make money. But now.
But you're still in the game.
That's yeah. We had shoulders above everybody else. For sure.
You see, but for sure you didn't get into this business, and you said something really important. You didn't get into the business to fail.
No.
You didn't get into the business to go and say, hey, if it doesn't work out, I'm going to sell it.
No.
So there had to be a lot of homework done.
Actually, none.
Yeah, go ahead.
Tell you. Actually, none. I lied, say it was a lot of homework. No, that's fuck no. Excuse me.
No, but you're good. You're good.
Actually, so I get this boat. The very first day of taking over paperwork, we officially is ours. My mechanic tells me, hey, the boat has to go in the shipyard Monday, because we knew it needed minor repairs. It's a used boat with good condition. Like, boat need minor repairs.
Mm-hmm.
Labor Day weekend, my girl birthday, Labor Day weekend, September 5th.
All right.
She wanted to get on the boat. I'm like, well, we don't have a captain. Obviously, I haven't thought about the captain part yet. So, guys, you buy a boat, make sure you think about the captain. So, I didn't think about the captain part yet, right? So, we calling around, trying to look for somebody. Can't find nobody. Finally, get in contact with somebody. Somebody referred me to somebody. They come over to a boat, Latin guy, don't speak no English. That was the first. I said, okay. So, him and Margaret, they doing translating. And I noticed he never went to the engine room, telling her to explain to him, listen, the boat can go out, but he has to monitor these things.
Right.
He never paid attention to that. He can go up, start up the boat. We go out from, I think it's Waterways Marina out in Aventure. Mm-hmm. We leave through the canal to go out to the open waters, go by the sandbar, haul over. Maybe on the boat 10 minutes, hit bottom. He bent every propeller.
Oh my gosh.
Bent the shaft, everything.
Damn.
Boat already had to go to the yard Monday anyway. So we get the boat to the yard Monday, and you know how much this gonna cost? $40,000-$50,000. So that was my entry into the boat game. The very first time.
Wow.
Another $50.
So you didn't know. So there's a lot of things that you didn't know getting into the business.
No. I knew we was gonna make some money.
Right.
This is my thing with business, and it might be a bad thing for some people, but this is how I operate. a lot of times I just look at numbers and I go, where a lot of people, they do research. I don't do no research. I just look at numbers. I don't do no fucking research, honestly. Right? And sometimes that night might not be that good.
Right.
So now you're learning on the job. You're learning on the fly.
Right.
And most of the time, every industry I've been in, I had to learn on the fly. The numbers is what drove me.
That's interesting, man.
That moment, and I'm a guy that I go. A lot of people, they think. Then they actually talk themselves out of it.
Yeah.
But they never move. Your feet is in the mud.
Yeah.
I just go.
You go for it. And we had this conversation again, man. And I think it's interesting because you said something to me. It's common sense. For this, it's not common sense for me because you need to be business savvy
for sure.
In order to think that way.
100%.
Because again, you're going to be dealing with the emotional part.
100%.
Right? So it's like, holy crap, I just spent $50,000. You know what? If this was just this little accident here, imagine what's going to happen later on or whatever the case is. You get discouraged.
A lot of people would have got scared and, but I knew we was going to make some money. I knew it was going to make some money.
So you saw the big picture in all this.
100%. Because I see how much money we were sending these companies, man. And I said, we get the right boat. And what I didn't know at the time that I wound up knowing was very valuable as the captain. I thought just getting the right boat would be it. And I figured I understood later on that was one part of it. Getting the right captain is everything. He's, he cover up all the patches, all the holes.
That's awesome, man.
He's the maestro.
Yeah, I have a friend that he just bought a yacht, and the stories that he tells me that he's been going through.
Be a nightmare.
Yeah, I think he's changed the 3 captains, and sometimes they change the captain. He doesn't have an actual captain because I guess, how does that whole thing work, right? Because there's these, I guess, charter companies that come in and they
manage the boats.
Yep. How does that work?
But they don't actually have full-time captains. They have floaters.
Whoever,
they call
exactly.
them.
Whoever's available at that time.
You don't want that. There's too many people in and off the boat. Everybody drives the boat differently. And then when something happens, how do you backtrack to figure out who did it? Right? So I didn't want that at all. I had a lot of guys coming in, captain 20 years, and well, I don't care if you never captained this boat.
That's right.
Oh, I drove bigger boats and I don't give a you ain't never drive this one.
Exactly.
So we're gonna do it this way. So what my guy is, the greatness about him is, I remember when we first started out, right? That's another thing. Everybody was telling me, you got to put him on salary.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Yeah.
Why I'm putting him on salary? You should put him on, because that's what people do with a full-time captain. You get a full-time captain, you put him on salary.
Right.
I said, fuck no. Why would I do that? This is... For me, I think this is common sense, but clearly it's not common sense to most people.
You're thinking numbers again.
Right. I'm thinking numbers. Why would I do that? Because you're going to spend more money over time if you do them charter by charter basis. I said, well, I'm going to make more money over time if I pay them that way. That's the way I want to pay them. Because now, if I put them on salary, whether the boat is running out or not, he's getting paid. Whether it's broke down or not, he's getting paid. I need to put that battery in behind him.
Right. Yeah, there's no motivation.
He ain't got no motivation. I need him to understand when this thing move is when you get fed.
I agree 100%.
So not only me and my team help moving it,
especially you got to move in that industry.
Exactly. So that finding the right guy that's just like us. Got a good network in the industry, been in the industry for a long time. Everybody loves him. Everybody loves Tony. So
right.
Shouts out to Tony. So,
he was on the boat when we went.
Right, exactly.
Super cool people, man.
And he wanted to get on site. I need $8,000-9,000 a month, and give me $10,000 a month. And no, we're gonna pay you charter by charter basis, buddy. And now he probably makes $15,000-20,000 a month.
Damn. Okay, guys, did you guys
Hustling.
pay attention to that? So because some people might look at you, right, and hear you and say, yo, this guy's messed up, right? You should put him on full time. You should put him on salary. But in reality, you weren't just thinking about yourself. Yeah, you're thinking about the business, but at the same time, you're thinking, okay, if everyone here is going to put the effort into bringing clients in and whatever the case is, if this works out, everyone eats.
Because remember, in the industry, anything happens, it falls on the owner.
Definitely.
Boat don't start, don't own.
Yep.
Everything falls on.
Yep.
We gotta make sure you guys hold some type of accountability too. We in this together, man. Okay, so you know what I mean. We gonna drive traffic. You gotta drive some traffic too.
Right.
We all gonna eat off of this thing. You know, so that's how I was looking at it. Like, look, Tony, you got financial goals. We gonna meet them goals.
That's awesome.
And how we meet them goals is we out here and we pushing this thing.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's
he's not working for any other.
No, he's full time.
There you go.
Was full time on the first one, and now he's full time on the second one, and his nephew's full time on the other.
See that.
So it's like a family affair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because it doesn't make sense for someone to be in your company. Right. You're building an empire, basically. You have an empire, and then they're over there working for somebody else.
Right.
And it's like all that energy should be used.
Yes.
Guys,
we ain't doing that.
It makes sense, man.
100%.
It makes sense. I love that, man.
That's the way we do things, man. And I know in my space, far as at Miami Beach Marina, that's where our boats are located at. We definitely top 3, but I think we won for sure.
That's awesome.
100%.
What do you think is the downfall right now? What's the negative view of the yacht business?
A lot of people think, obviously, boats.
Let's look at the business perspective of it.
Well, obviously, boats and you buy they super depreciate, and you know these assets depreciate and all that, right? The negative part, I think, though, is with people, they don't really have that mindset knowing how to really make money in the industry. They going off, they send a lot of boats in the water. And okay, they making money. Most people in this industry are drowning. That's why the guy tells you, "Hey, I need you to buy this boat because it got good resale value." Why is he telling you that early on?
Yeah,
because he expect for you to fail in 6 months. He could be selling your boat for you.
That's crazy, bro.
We came in and we dropped our balls from the beginning. We ain't selling nothing. We ain't looking to sell nothing.
You want to use that yacht until it's just
exactly. So I think a lot of with people, and I could just speak on my peer alone, right?
Right.
You got a lot of these owners. For one, let's say your price $4,000 for your boat for 4 hours, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, then you want 18% gratuity,
right?
Then you want tip, then you want cleaning. Man, listen, as a consumer, that's too many numbers, man. Too many numbers, my brother.
Right.
That's your first problem. You give me this. Mm-hmm. You got to simplify this, man. We do everything all in. We're going to give you one number that's including everything. Everything. Also, I don't have a set price. Depends on how I feel today. I ain't a set price.
That's dope.
My brother, if it's a Tuesday and the boat ain't moving.
Right.
What we doing? Talk to me. Let's negotiate. That's one of the biggest things I see in this industry. People don't like to move off of their number because they feel like, oh, well, my boat is worth this, and why would I do that? You only taking them to Star Island, right there.
Yep.
You ain't going nowhere far. That's how you get from around burning a lot of fuel. You cruise on idle. You're not burning no fuel. Take them right across Star Island. What did it cost you? Nothing.
See that?
So that's how we able to thrive in the industry, because we simplify it for the client, okay, and we move off our target. We don't have a target, number. It's it might be up here today, it might be down there tomorrow. It all depends on how much traffic we got. If there's a lot of traffic coming, I'm gonna probably be a little firm. But if it's a little dry, let's negotiate, brother.
Man. See,
and every broker know that with me. That's why they bring me deals.
See, I was what I think is interesting
because
about,
they can also make the most money with me.
right?
And brokers want to make money.
They want to make money, and the thing is, it doesn't make sense. It's just like the airline company; they don't keep their planes stuck. If the plane is stuck in the gate,
and that's what. Then I get a lot of these idiots, and sorry to call them idiots, but these idiots tell me, "Well, how are you making money?" I focus on the volume. See, once again, go back to the analogy. I'm a base hitter. I'm slowly chipping away. That end goal is going to be there. You trying to get it in one whop. It's going to be hard for you to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to slowly chop it down.
You see, I just got the secret for your success in this business, right? It's like, we were talking about this, the secret sauce. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You can share this information, but it's about how do you apply it psychologically, dealing with those issues.
It's the same thing going on in Boulder, Colorado now with Deion Sanders. They seeing what he's doing with the team and the celebrities and all this stuff, right?
Super dope.
And all these college coaches are gonna start doing the same thing. They ain't Deion.
They're
Sanders.
Hating, man.
But they ain't Deion Sanders though. They can try to mimic what he's doing, and I'm sure they are gonna mimic what he's doing. But it's only one Deion. It's only one Prime. It's only one Deuce.
That's it. But what I think was interesting, and I told you this, I had a conversation with you because now that we kind of spoke about what we're going to be doing together and stuff like that, the project and content, and you have no marketing behind your business. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me say that again. He has no marketing behind his business.
Zero marketing.
Okay, so
one more time. Zero marketing.
Yeah.
No social media marketing, website marketing, no SEO, nothing. I don't have.
So as a content creator, it is exciting for us, for one reason, and that's because you understand your vision.
100%.
The worst thing is when you have a client that has no vision. That's bad because people think that a nice video is going to get them somewhere. It's not going to get them anywhere. So if you don't have a vision, you don't have you don't have the numbers in your mind, it's not going to work.
100%.
It's not going to work. So when you told me that, I was so intrigued by that because you allow your fleet, your yachts, to not stay there and basically, okay, you know what? It's Tuesday. What's the price? Let's negotiate this. You're creating a natural, organic network of people to say, Deuce is the guy to go yachting with.
They come to me. Every broker comes.
The experience.
I don't know I'm sure I'm top of every broker's list when it comes to, renting out a boat because they're going to make the most money with me probably.
Right. And the thing is, it's not because you're cheap. It's because, what is it though? I mean, people... Because for me, for example, I'm really big on the service, right? I want to provide the best
100%.
service possible. Not the cheapest service, but the best service. I want them to see the value. So is that something that you work on?
Oh, 100%.
When somebody goes on your yacht, what's the experience, man?
We treat business like this. It goes back to American Gangster, right? You seen that movie?
Yeah, of course, man.
Okay. Classic, right? It's that blue magic, man. Right? I got a premium product. Okay?
You just sound like Denzel Washington right now.
I got a premium product, my brother. Okay? For a reasonable price.
Right.
But it's quality.
It's quality.
That's what we do. Everything we do is quality. You know what I mean? Customer service, everything. Everything we do from top to bottom is quality. Okay? And we giving out premium work for a reasonable price.
Yeah, I called you today. I mean, you reached out to me today and you were saying, I'm taking care of the yachts. I'm doing this, fixing it up. So there's a lot of work that goes into this.
Yeah. And I feel right now it's considered kind of down season till December. So, the little nicks and scratches and things that you get during the season that you don't have time to touch up paint and do things with. This is the time you get all that work and get all that things done. So when new season come in, the boat looks brand new. Right, that's another thing. Most people, make money with these things, but you got to put back into it. It's like a car. It's like anything, man.
You have to.
And that's a lot of reason why the boats don't last. I'm seeing it up and down the marina all day. Even the guys that do great, how you got holes in your teak. Your boat look like shit. Rust coming. How you doing it?
Yeah.
But you're making money. So what you're doing is you just getting the money, put it in your pocket, not putting nothing into the boat.
Yeah.
And eventually, that's when the boat breaks down.
Yeah. And then it costs more money.
It costs you way more money. So guys are not. You gotta put back into what fuels you. You know what I'm saying? What's feeding you? You gotta put back into it, baby.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And I want to get into a little bit, but you are going to be spilling some of the secret sauce, and that's something that we're going to be working on.
For sure.
And you don't want people to fail. Now there is no other Deuce.
I know other Deuce.
But I can help going to be exactly.
I can help you succeed, man. It's
that excited me when you told me
that. Like we said, right? And I had to think about that too. I thought it was common sense, right? Exactly. But I can give guys a game, and hopefully they can get opportunity to take it and run with it and do what best they can with it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But I try to give you the game the best of my ability.
Yeah. So through your failures, you're going to be sharing how not to fail.
Oh, I'm there to tell you that now. We done had some issues for sure.
Yeah.
Those things count, man. We don't have some of those.
So you for those who want to get into the business, we're gonna be working on that mastermind basically
I'm with it.
Course
for sure.
For people to understand what the industry requires, what do you need, and all that. So you're going to be spilling a lot of information and
give some gems on that.
Yeah, give some gems. And that's awesome, man, because I think the more you help others.
And not to cut you off, I want to tell people is it's good money in the space, because you look at it, you say, okay, for instance, boat costs us, the first boat $680,000, down payment was $127,000, made back $595 first year. Boom. Okay, now we're on year 2. We at $526 right now. You only put down $127,000.
Say that again.
Repairs was $112,000. So you was all in about $240 out of pocket. That's what it really costs you. $240,000, right?
If you do it,
you've made if you do it right.
No marketing.
So meaning it's good money in the space.
So imagine if you put marketing towards this. We push marketing. We had that discussion. We're like, okay, now we're going to be pushing marketing towards this. We're going to kind of push this out because sky's the limit. I mean, if this was done without marketing, imagine with marketing.
Yeah,
goodness.
I'm with you. That's why I'm here.
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm excited about this, man.
Me too.
Yeah, man. So, guys, I want you guys to stay tuned for Deuce.
For sure.
Deuce World, man.
Deuce World, for sure.
It's coming at you, man. And I'm super excited. Again, this guy's a humble guy. I love working with people that, again, man, they come from a good place.
For sure. Energy is everything.
Yeah, man. Energy is everything, man. And I think that, you're already successful. And I see that you always want to help others get to that point as well, man. So you take care of your people.
Man, I never even said this, but you were talking about, bro, he knows this. I tell him on air. Shouts out to Landon Collins, man. I say, God, sometimes people just need somebody to believe in them. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got it. You just need somebody to,
that's right.
You know what I mean, believe in you. That dude believed in me. You know what I mean? So he gave me an opportunity early on, man, when nobody would. You know what I mean? Even financial advisors he had at the time probably said, what are you doing with this kid? What are you doing with this guy? You know what I mean? And he bet on me. He doubled down on me, man.
That's awesome, man.
So, and obviously everybody not afforded that, but shouts out to my brother, man.
That's awesome.
Hell of a dude.
Yeah, hell of a dude, man. Because, again, I always tell people this, man. I'm always going to do good towards others.
For sure.
I might not receive the outcome that I expected or whatever the case is, but you never know that word
for sure
or that help that you give that person
for sure
can create the new deuce, the next deuce.
Sure. No, for sure. For sure.
So that's deep, man. Pass it on, brother. Pass it on, man.
100%. That's what I'm here to do.
Deuce, man. Thank you so much, man, for joining Brothers and Dreams, brother.
Love. Love. Love.